Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and it's time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television and we do a few reality shows on the side for now. And one of the daytime TV shows that we're doing is, actually it's a digital daytime drama, which means that, I really don't know. I don't know why, because here's the thing with the digital dramas. I don't understand what makes a digital drama a daytime drama and what makes a digital drama a primetime drama. I really don't. Is it because of the production value? Is it because of I just don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. But whatever. I'm watching a what is known as a digital daytime drama. It is Emmy nominated, FYI. This one is Eastsiders. But before we get into Eastsiders, I do want to mention a little bit about the last video. I kind of went into how soaps kind of, what Sweeps Week was about and how soaps kind of came into existence. And I do want to mention, America is not the only place that has soaps. Obviously, America gave birth to soaps, but they have become popular all over the world. And many other countries, and I feel like I need to mention this because I have an international, I'm on YouTube, which is all around the world. So I just want to let you know that I do realize that a lot of people get soaps right. Like in England, they do soaps right. Like they do their soaps at night. I mean, 3 of their soaps, EastEnders, which is funny because today I'm doing Eastsiders, but there's this EastEnders, Coronation Street, and Hollyoaks have all been on forever. So it's nice to see. And then Australia has Neighbours, which has been on for God knows how long. It's been on forever. And the thing about Neighbours is, I remember when they tried to launch Neighbours in the United States, and I watched it, but they didn't start it at the beginning. So there was a lot of stuff going on that I wasn't really sure what was really happening because I had missed all this stuff before because that had aired before it aired here in the United States. So I was like, okay. But I have to, and then Japan has dramas kind of like Los países en español tienen las telenovelas, how the Spanish-speaking countries have telenovelas. They're not done every day. They're just done once a week, and they're more like primetime shows, to be perfectly honest with you. There's a beginning and then there's an end, and that's it. As opposed to and that's actually how they do things in Japan. Like when you do a show in Japan, you sign for the beginning, the middle, and the end, then it's over, and then you either move on to another show or you don't. I mean, that's how it works. And some of those shows were great. I'm going to be talking about this in a little bit more depth in my Facebook because my best friend Shane nominated me to list an image from your favorite television series. And a lot of mine are going to be Japanese, I'm not going to lie. I love a lot of their television. So I'm going to be showing you some stuff from that. And one of them is this drama called Majo no Joken. It was translated in English to be Forbidden Love, but it actually stands for A Witch's Condition. Either way, it's about this high schooler who falls in love with his teacher. And his teacher was fierce. Her real name is Matsushima Nanako. And she's incredible. Except she plays a bitch they did a live action version of Hotaru no Haka, which is the Grave of the Fireflies movie that had me like bawling in tears. She played in that, and she was the bitchy aunt, and it was told from her point of view, which is kind of weird, but I don't know. That just shows her range as an actress. I love her. So I do want to mention that just America seems to be the ones fucking up soaps. All over the world, everywhere else, they seem to love them a lot. So go figure. All right, so let's talk about Eastsiders. Now, this episode of Eastsiders, this is kind of weird. It was good. It was good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's bad at all. It was really good. But it took place before all of the others. It's kind of like how in Star Wars, we had episodes 4, 5, and 6, and then they went back to episode 1, right? It's a prequel, right? So that's kind of what this episode was. It was kind of like a prequel to everything. We see Ian and Kathy as they just met once, I think, and now they're meeting for a second time. Cal and Tom have just moved into this new apartment. And there has been a little bit of talk about, Cal having a job and Tom having a job and them, earning money, I suppose, that they need to pay for this place. Kathy comes over, she brings Ian, they all drink and get to know each other. And the thing about this episode, which made it stand out, which made it so weird and great, was that, like, if I had seen this episode, if they had aired this episode first and then they aired the show, I mean, this is the thing about soap operas. This is all soap operas, whether it's this one or any of the other ones. The thing about soap operas, and one of the reasons why I think that they're failing, is that when you watch a soap opera, you're making a commitment to say, I'm going to be here through thick and thin. I'm going to watch this show, even when it sucks. And I'll come, I will ride out the wave with you guys, right? So if I had seen, now I'm watching Eastsiders, especially because there's only been 3 seasons so far. They're mulling over whether or not to do a 4th, but it's not going to be long before I'm done with this one and move on to the next one. But the thing about all shows is, with this one, I would have felt like probably would have done a lot less bitching about the characters, to be perfectly honest with you, if I had seen this episode first. But because they started with Cal confronting Tom about his affair with the child, which is kind of weird because Jeremy is no child. I'm just saying, he's really not. It just left a bad taste in my mouth. And then everyone else has exhibited bad behavior, whether it's Tom or Kathy or Ian or Quincy or even Jeremy. I mean, the whole thing is so questionable. It makes me just go, ugh. But this episode, none of that happened. Everyone was great. I mean, Kathy didn't really trust Tom that much, but they still got along. Everybody got along. It was like a total, wow, I wish I had known this first instead of always seeing these people filled with angst and Sturm und Drang. Sorry. I'm salivating a lot. I don't know why. What's that about? Oh my God. Maybe I'm going to have a heart attack or something. You know how they say it's like one of the symptoms you get right before you have a stroke or a heart attack or something. Maybe your mouth starts to water incessantly and then you're done. Although I did a production of The Music Man in 1992, 1, around there, early 90s. And one of the guy that played the Music Man, he has the same thing where it's the total opposite of Cottonmouth. You're just constantly spitting. Although I was eating some Starburst and maybe they were a little too tart and that's what's happened. Whatever. Okay, so I'm really curious as to in this first season of Eastsiders, why this episode was placed where it was. You know what I mean? There's got to be a reason. Everything is done in life for a reason. So I am certain that this was done for a specific reason. Colby Keller still has not been on yet, so I'm still waiting on that. And there's some guy named Douglas. Now, I don't know if Douglas is the name of Cal's boss or not. I don't know if Cal's boss even has a name other than Cal's boss. It might have been mentioned at some point. I don't remember it. Sorry. Anyways, we'll see what happens next week. I'm very excited because I see that next week we're back to the present time. So like I said, there's got to be a reason why they went back in time for this one episode, just to show us what it was like when things were when everyone was happy. And it's not just Cal and Tom, it's also Kathy and Ian as well. So I don't know, it's kind of weird, but I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of it goes. Anyways, thank you so much for logging on to Angel Sudsy recap today. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Angel Benton. You can hashtag Eastsiders to talk Eastsiders, or you can also hashtag Bold and Beautiful to talk the Bold and the Beautiful, because I'm doing that next. And you can hit that subscribe button on your YouTube channel and give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.